Hello everyone, welcome to ConArchy YouTube channel. My name is Michael and I'll be taking you through every tutorial video in this channel. This channel is dedicated to all things civil engineering, where I'll be sharing my knowledge, insights and experiences with you. In today's video, we are going to delve into ETABS, one of the most powerful and widely used softwares programs in structural engineering. Whether you're a student, a practicing engineer or someone curious about the field, ETABS is an essential tool for analyzing and designing buildings. We'll cover the basics of what ETABS is, its key features, and how it can help you in your projects. Plus, I'll share some tips and tricks to get you started if you're new to the software. So get ready to enhance your skills and make your engineering work more efficient and accurate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get started. So first of all, you'll need to open your app. Mine is already open, so I'll just click on it on the taskbar. So in case you don't have the app, there's a link down below in the description where it will redirect you to a website you can download the ETABS app. And since the installation is quite complex, there's also a video attached to this one to help you on how to install the ETABS app. So this is how the interface looks like. We have so many tools here, so many options here, but we are going to look at this one. So we have new model and open existing model. So we have this open existing model. This one is for when you already have a model you are working on. So these are some few works I've been working on. So in the case you want to make an alteration, do some editing or continue with your design, you just hit on the open new existing model and you can just continue with your design. But since this is a new video and I've not really done any design yet, I'm going to cancel it and hit the new model. This is really the ETABS 2020. You might be using a different version, but it's all the same, but maybe the options might be at different places. So in the case you don't have your new model or open existing model here, you can also find it at the top left corner. That's here. So we have our new model and we have our open existing model. So we are going to click on the new model and start our new design, but this is just an introductory video. So click on new model. So we have to wait a while before it comes. So I just want to know that ETABS is not the only designing app. They have several apps you can use. You have ETABS Prota. You can just take by today. I'm just going to dive into the ETABS. So this is the model initialization. There are various options here. So this dialog box is just where you're going to set your units of measurement, the code you're using for the design, and other things. So this right here is the user default settings. So this one is just the default settings in ETABS. So in the case the selected codes or units of measurement is the same as what you use in your design, you are going to just stick with it and continue. But if it's not the same and you want to change it to your preferred codes or preferred units of measurement, we have another option here. That's the use built-in settings with. So you just have to click on this option and we have display units. So depending on the units of measurement you are working in, you just change it. We have US customer, we have metric SI, we have metric MKS. So if you are working in feet, inches or kips, you can select the US customer. If you are working in kilonewton, meters, millimeters, you select the metric SI. So since we'll be working in kilonewton and meters, we have to select the metric SI. So based on your units of measurement, you just select that one. We also have region for default materials. So this one, based on the country you're using their code for your design. We have China, we have Europe, India, a whole lot. But in the case you don't have your country here, the country code you're using here, you have to select user. And since I'm using a BS code and Ghana is not really in these options and Britain is also not here, I'll just have to select user. Then we have our steel section database. This is the database you get your steel sections from. So there are various designing codes here. We have the AIS CS15, we have the BS shapes, we have the Indian code, we have the Korean. So based on the code you are using, you just select any of them. Since I'm using my BS code, I'm going to select the BS shapes 2006. And we have our steel design code here, where the code you are using to design your steel. We also have the same codes here, AIS code, a whole lot of code. We have the Euro code too here, but I'll be using the BS code. So based on what you are using for your steel design, just select that one. And we also have the concrete design code. I'm going to go with BS 8110. So after selecting every parameter you need or every option you need for your design, your unit of measurement, your code, you just click on OK to start your design. But before you start your design, you have to create some grid lines. So this is a new model quick template where you can create your grid lines however you want them to look like. So we have the number of grid lines in X direction, we have the number of grid lines in Y direction. We have a whole lot of options here. But in the case you don't want to use these options, you can also customize your grid data. So edit grid data. And there are a whole lot of options in the rectangular grids. I'm going to stick with display grid data as spacing. In our next video, I'm going to explain why I chose this option. And you just change your values here per what you are using in your design. You have the X direction in the Y direction also here. We have our bubble size. In the case you want to increase this bubble size, you just increase the value here and the bubble size increases. So I'm not going to change anything, so I'm just going to click OK. We also have our story dimensions. We have number of stories. So based on the design you are doing, if your building is a 4-story building, a 5-story, you input that value here. We have our typical story height based on the height of the story, and we have our bottom story height. That's the ground floor height. That one too, you can also customize your story dimensions if you want to do so. You just select here and you edit your story data, but I'm not going to do that in this video. But in the subsequent or the next videos I'll be using this once more. So after that, you just select grid only, and after doing everything, you just click OK. So just look at that. This is how our grid lines basically look like. We have our plan view here, and we also have our 3D view over here. You can change the windows. You can change this plan window into a 3D by just selecting it here. You can just click anywhere in this window, and we have different form of views here. We have the 3D, we have the plan, we have the elevation view. So I can just click here and change this plan view into 3D view, and to just look like that, just like these ones. So there are various options here. We have our menu bar on the top. We also have various tools here that we'll be using a lot in our designs, and I'll be explaining each and every one throughout the course of the tutorials. And following the video, watching every one of them, you understand what these tools are also used for. Right now we have our steel frame design here. In the case you are doing your steel design, this is where you run your steel design analysis. We have our concrete, we have composite beam design, we have a lot. In other versions, there's connection design here, but in the case you don't have the connection design, you can also find them in the design option. You can just come and look for it. So just in case they are not here, you can also come and search for them in the design. So most versions are quite different. So with our construction elements, you can find most of them here. We have a quick draw beam over here. We have a quick draw column here. We have a draw your slab or the wall or something. This is where you get your slab or your wall from. There are various options that we'll be looking through and we'll be talking about in our next videos. So that's all for today. I hope you liked the video. So thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks.